Welcome. Welcome to another. This is our part 6 of 8 in our series Reset and Refresh All in Chair Yoga. So an invitation for you today to, first of all, land in your chair. Let's talk about getting into your chair, shall we? Just stay where you are, but just have a think, feel through this. So often we go unconscious and we plump ourselves into chairs. Of course, if there's any pain, then we might find ourselves organising ourselves into a chair a little bit more cautiously. So many of our movements become unconscious because we tell our brain, stand up, or sit down, poof, right? So I'm just highlighting this at the beginning to recognize that our process together, our organizing, sorry, that was all rather weird language. I'll get a better language system here. Our time together on the chair is to be able to get ourselves conscious within our movements. So I'm just going to check that's a word. Right. So taking a seat, walking yourselves back and then walking on your sit bones into your chair. So just a little bit of hip movement there. All I'm doing is squeezing my butt cheeks and walking the sit bones. So just an invitation for you to do that too. And then pause and then squeeze and then down and then squeeze and then down. One more. Inhale. And down. Nothing for a moment. Breathing in for the count of 4. Inhale. Pause. Beautiful. Exhale. You'll recognize this. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. We're going to do one more. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And then just let your breath do as your breath does. Right. I invite you to clasp your fingers together and notice whether your left thumb is over your right or your right thumb is over your left. And then change it up. So whichever way you did it before, and see if you can navigate your hands doing it differently. Open it and now swap it over. One way feels a little bit more odd than the other. Open and swap it over. So that you're going from your left over your right to your right over your left. And then all of your fingers doing it too. So changing. And then released. Finishing on the one that felt the most comfortable at the beginning. Beautiful, releasing that. We're going to stretch into our fingers and toes. We're going to do a nice big stretch, whatever that looks like for you. So for me, it's going to be raising my arms up. Oh, stretching through the spine. Just giving it its own little natural beautiful, and release and pause. Inhaling for 4. Pause and exhale for 4. Pause. Beautiful. Let your breath go back to its way it wants to. All right, so we've gotten a little bit of awareness into our fingers and toes. We've stretched into our body. We've found our sit bones already. Let's start to crisscross ourselves over. So we're going to take one of your hands and we're going to inhale and reach over to the opposite shoulder. And then we're going to exhale, open. We're going to inhale. And then we're going to exhale. Now we're actually going opposite to what we often do. So we're going to inhale across and exhale. Beautiful. Bringing your hand back down. Now we're going to do the opposite way. We're going to inhale, open, and exhale, bring it across. Inhale, open. Exhale across. Inhale, open. And exhale across. Release. We're going to breathe in for 4. Pause. And then exhale. Pause. Beautiful. We're going to take the other arm. We're going to inhale and bring it across to our shoulder. We're going to exhale and open. It's different. Inhale across. Exhale, open. We're going to inhale across. Exhale, open. And then hands down in front. Count of 4. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Okay, now we're going to inhale with our arm open. So inhaling. And then exhale across. Inhale, open. Exhale across. Beautiful. One more time. Lovely. And exhale across. Beautiful. Release your hands. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. And release. Beautiful. We're going to explore crossing the hemispheres today because we're playing with our nervous system all of the time here. Inhale, so finger to nose, just sort of tapping. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale up again. Not going cross-eyed, you're just bringing awareness to your nose. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Inhale your nose that you were just tapping before to your left hand side. Inhale, turning it towards your left shoulder. And then exhale back to center. Beautiful. Feel free to tap your nose again. Inhale. And exhale. Finger up to tap your nose again. And exhale. One more. And exhale. So now with your eyes closed, we're going to inhale, turning your nose around as though you could draw an arc around your right shoulder. And exhale. back to center. Inhale again to your right. Exhale back to center. Inhale back to center. Back to the right, sorry. And exhale back to center. Tuck your chin in while you've got no breath. And then let everything settle. I'm going to breathe in for 4. Pause. Breathing out. Pause. Breathing in. Pause. Breathing out. Pause. One more. Inhale. Pause. Breathing out. Pause. And then let your breath breathe you. Beautiful. And take one arm, choose an arm. I've chosen my right arm, so whichever one you'd like to choose. Inhale, we're going to reach across the body. And exhale, we're going to reach back. So be careful with your reach. Just work out what works for you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale across your body. And exhale out the back. Pause for a moment. Inhale in. Pause. Exhale out. Pause. Okay, stop. We're going to, I'm choosing my left, you choose your other. Inhale across the line of your body. And exhale behind. Inhale across the line of your body. And exhale behind. Inhale across the line of your body. And exhale behind. Pause. All right, we're going to playfully imagine that we are pulling something from one side. So find your sit bones there. We're going to inhale. You might be pulling a rope. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Changing over the other side. We're doing 9 all up. Pause. Tuck your chin in, lengthen the back of your neck there. Open your shoulder blades up. Open your shoulders up, your shoulder blades come together. See if you can create some real space around the chest awareness. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. Beautiful. Now we're going to do similar again. And this time we're going to imagine that it really is rope that we are pulling over. And we're just playfully letting this imaginary rope run through our fingers as we're creating a real reel behind us and pulling it in from the side. Okay, swapping over to the other side. Now we're creating that behind ourselves. So we're just reaching, we're getting some great arm movements here, plus we're crossing over the line of our body, making it a little bit playful, and pause. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. All right, now we're going to roll our shoulders up to the ear and back, up to the ear and back, up to our ears and back. When you've had enough, you stop. If you have enough, or you can just gently roll them back. Pause. Let everything settle. No breath. No breath requirement. You can breathe. All right, we're going to take our attention. So what's really interesting when it comes to our nervous system is it sometimes gets a bit catchy and it just gets hooked onto this idea. Often it's a thought or a pain or a feeling and we get all hooky. So today we're kind of shifting our attention. We're seriously shifting our attention and therefore shifting our awareness, which can really help our nervous system. So invitation for you to open and cross yourself. See if you can cross it the other way. So how big your crisscrossing is entirely up to you. How crafty it is entirely up to you. I mean, oops, I didn't do that very well. You can become super crisscross if you want to, or perhaps you're just crossing your hands and toes. And maybe give it a go. Just hands and toes. Just hands and toes. Just hands and toes. Maybe it's a much bigger crossing. What is yours? Get your rhythm. And just do it so you're comfortable, because I'll tell you what, this isn't comfortable to keep up. I'm going to return to the little crisscross ones. So refreshing for the mind. Ooh, see how crissy-crossy you can get there. Pause for a moment. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale for 4. Pause. One more. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And then let your breath breathe you. All right. Now we're going to play with our knees here. So hands and knees, clap, cross over, clap. Cross over, clap, down, cross over, hands and hands, clap, cross, oh, yeah, cross over. Oh, look at me. Cross, straight, cross, straight, cross, straight, cross, straight, cross, straight, cross. I think we're not doing it too hard, fast. Find a rhythm for a moment. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. And hands to your heart. Hands down onto your legs. And we're going to just for a moment do a reset. So inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And then just breathe. Into your sit bones. Really feel into your sit bones. And I'm thinking of as an energizing. So just maybe just circling a little bit, maybe just a little bit of rubbing into there. Maybe you want to run on the floor, whatever is energizing the lower part of your body right now. Maybe you're just sit boning, pretending to get yourself a little bit of a run in there. Maybe you're actually stomping it out, whatever is feeling right for you right now. We're just wanting to energize the lower part of the body. So just a little bounce, a little wiggle, wait until it's feeling a little bit bubbly. Do it according to what feels right for you. And then pause. Beautiful. We're going to bring that energy up. Inhale. And imagine that you're just lapping it over top of you. Inhale, open. And exhale down. All right. Pull the energy up. We're pretending here, but it does hold it inside of us. It feels good to cross your arms over. Exhale. Beautiful. Up again. Exhale. And pause. All right, we're going to play a little bit here because with our shoulders. So just rolling again. We were doing this earlier on, but we can use our elbows here. When you've had enough, pause. Now we're going to bring them to the elbows together. Exhale. Now we're going to open ourselves. Inhale and exhale. See if you can drop your shoulders away from your ears by using your elbows to draw down to the ground. Beautiful. Release your arms. Now, here's something fun. Take one arm and place it behind you in the small of the back. Take the other arm, lift it up, and then drop it down. So that you kind of have two arm placements. And then see if you can work your hands towards each other. Maybe they'll touch, maybe they won't. It's not a goal, it's an exploration. Where are your hands? What feels right? Where are the catchinesses? And just exploring. So explore. We're going to release that, releasing both of them gently. Let your arms have a rest. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Okay. Now we're going to take the arm that was up and we're going to tuck it in behind us. So same thing again, actually. I'll turn around this way. And then we're going to take the other arm, we're going to take it up and bend it. Now, what we have here is hands slowly moving towards each other. Now, how might you do that? And it's just towards each other. It's just an exploration. It's just to simply find out. Open up your shoulders, give your chest something to think about. Certainly your mind something to attach itself to that's possibly far more useful than the old worry that was there before. And then releasing. And again, when you release, be very gentle with your arms. Lovely. In for 4. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Just sit for a moment. Tuck your chin in, lift the back of the neck. Just imagine that you can make some space. And here we're going to inhale our shoulders up, our shoulder blades get back, elbows back, and then exhale. And we're making ourselves some space, some real space inside of here. Often we start off with this, but today we're going to finish with it. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, beautiful sitting up and taking ourselves around. Ah. To really take a notice of your feet, your knees, your whole body, your spine today. It's quite a lot of rewiring that went on then. So this is enough for today. I invite you to put your hands on your heart and your belly so that you can feel the warmth of them. Inhale. And then just soften everything. And congratulate yourself for doing the class. Thank yourself for looking after your body. Acknowledging, taking the time. Realizing you can play with this kind of activity is a great activity to, it's yoga, it's movement, it's brain awareness, it works with the nervous system because it shifts what was stuck. Possibly what you were feeling before isn't the same now. So this is one of those powerful practices that we can use to rewire our brain in some ways, just bring it all back into a harmony. Have a fabulous afternoon or day, and we will be back here on Tuesday for part 7. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, thank you, thank you.